Hey, let's dive into a mailbag, huh? Woo! All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and we asked for some questions. You sent them in. We're doing a nice, bright and early mailbag.
Why not? No better way to wake up with some delicious coffee and answering your guys' questions.
Yeah, you guys came through. Before we get into that, make sure to hit that sub button. Let's get to 9,000 subs. Grab yourself a lift bridge and comment. As always, what your answers would be.
Yep, still time to drop hashtag 8,000. We got a bunch of giveaways to do. We'll be doing them very, very soon. We promise you that.
We're doing them at lunch, damn it. That's a guarantee.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. What's the first question?
I'm
ready. Can I buzz in?
Sorry, what?
Can I buzz in?
You can. First question. With Kirk playing as well as he is, do you think Vikings will have a change at quarterback anytime soon?
Yeah, that's
a 34-year-old man.
I mean, right now it's easy to say no, but all it takes is, one bad stretch and all of a sudden everybody's calling for his head again. So I'm going to say no for now, but I mean, if they're sitting there at pick 32 and there's a nice quarterback prospect in the draft in April, I think they probably take him.
Yeah, I don't think Kirk's going anywhere anytime soon. He signed through next year. Kevin O'Connell loves this guy more than anything in the world. Shit would have to completely fall off the rails. Kirk Cousins' legs would have to fall off for this to happen. So I think he's going to be back even after this contract. And yeah, I still think quarterback. I mean, like you said, I don't think they shy away from bringing somebody in, a young guy, but Kirk is here for a while.
Well, and look at his connection with his teammates right now. Everybody just loves Kirk right now, throwing the chains on him, and and the guy in the question said he's playing well. Yeah, so Kirko, I mean, this is a guy who's the leader of this team and actually a favorite of this team. So it'd be a disaster to let him go anytime soon.
34 years old, playing like a wee young, fresh 24-year-old, looking good doing it. All right, next up, what free agents would you like to see the Vikings bring back? And additionally, is there anybody they need to extend right now?
Oh, I'm going to let that one simmer. Why don't you start with that one?
Well, free agents, as far as I'm picking free agents that will be up for free agency this year. Yeah. And Patrick Peterson, the way he's playing, would I be upset if they brought him back for another 1-year deal? Hell no, I'd love Patrick Peterson back. And again, I never thought I'd say it, but Garrett Bradbury, give this man what he deserves. Don't overpay for the guy. Give him a nice team-friendly contract and bring him back. And also Austin Schlottman. Bring back Austin Schlottman. You may have some nice depth there.
I agree with you too. The other guy, I was going to go deep with one other guy. I kind of want to see Kyrie's Tonga get another stint with the Vikings. He's flashed here in the brief time he's got to play, and I like this Kyrie's Tonga guy, and I like to see him come back.
I don't think there will be much of a bidding war for Mr. Tonga. And as far as extensions, I mean, they're not going to look at Jefferson yet. They got some big boy names on there that they can wait a year or two. But one guy that sticks out is Ezra Cleveland. He's going to be a free agent after next year, and I wouldn't mind them locking him up this offseason.
Yeah, definitely Ezra Cleveland, someone you got to think about there. You mentioned Justin Jefferson, and who knows when they start reworking Kirk Cousins' contract again too. So those are some guys. And actually, I wouldn't mind extending Delvin Tomlinson. I actually thought his contract was up, but he's a guy I think I'd like to hang around too.
Yeah, and DJ Wanham's another one of those young guys that will be coming up off his rookie contract. Be interesting what they do with him. He could be a guy that ends up making some money though once to test that free agent market.
I'm just surprised we're getting questions about the offseason right now. Not prepared for that.
I think they're just preparing mentally. So let's go to the one that everybody's talking about. Odell Beckham. Percentage he's actually a Viking.
Well, it's interesting because they just did that move with who was it? Was it O'Neal giving him his bonus, freeing up some more cap space? So now all of a sudden they have a little more money. I don't know. I just don't know why you would have done it by now. So the fact they haven't brought him along yet. Yeah, but you can at least bring him in here and get him in there, get him in the playbook, get his balls deep in the playbook. Percent chance was the question. I'm not super optimistic. I'm going to say 25%. I'm going
to say 1%. One. He keeps talking about these teams he wants to play for. He's never mentioned the Vikings. So he gets to pick. People will want to.
But didn't he do the eye thing at that tweet? So unless that was a fake thing, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it happening at all. I'm not saying I wouldn't like it to happen, but I can't see it. All right, we get this one quite often. I don't think we've ever really actually answered it. How long have you guys known each other?
Well, I mean, known each other. I mean, I guess it would have to go back really when we started hanging out was about 8th grade. We were farting on each other's laps in the baseball bus.
Yeah, that was the start of the. Yeah, I think if the math's right, it's probably about 25 years, 26 years.
Yeah, maybe 28 possibly. Yeah, so that was really back then. That was the like, wow, this guy's farting on my leg. I gotta get to know this guy.
We took turns, and that's where this beautiful connection happened, and it's been beautiful ever since. We're like an old married couple.
We really are.
Quite the duo.
You quit tickling my back years ago.
I did, but there's still time for a comeback. I like this question. I always like SSM bringing out some just kind of retro questions. Who will be the next Viking that joins the Ring of Honor? And will he top Jared Allen's entrance? And that, I think we easily know.
No, you can't top that entrance. And I was thinking with this one, this is one I actually saw ahead of time. And the names I was thinking of, Steve Hutchinson came to mind. I didn't see him in the ring already. Antoine Winfield was one. EJ Henderson.
Those are kind of the guys. The next one will be.
Well, I'm just saying, those are the 3 that I thought about. Of those ones, I would probably go with Steve Hutchinson.
Hutch, what a signing. God, I remember when we signed him. I think it was, God, it was a great day. That was the one everybody wanted. They put in the poison pill, and he was beautiful. Yeah. He was beautiful.
Wasn't there still like a didn't they have a time frame to match it too? So we're all sweating bullets as that thing went down to the wire.
Yeah, it was something. It was just the weirdest thing ever. But anyways, yeah, Hutchinson's a good one. Think back to some of these old timers, but you think they would have put him in by now. I mean, you got to start looking at these new guys. I mean, you don't know how bad I'd love to see Keith Millard in the Ring of Honor, but that ain't happen. Anthony Carter, but I'm actually going with. I'm going with. It's down to 2. I'm going to go with Kyle Rudolph. I think Kyle Rudolph is next. I know Hutchinson. There's guys in that group in that era that probably deserve it. But Kyle Rudolph, he's here for so long. He's up at the top with all those stats, all the off-field stuff. And so him. And then it was down to Harrison Smith, which wouldn't be for a while. But Hitman's going to be in there too.
Well, you really jumped ahead there with Harrison Smith.
Well, I just think like some of these guys, you think they would. I mean, not everybody can go in the Ring of Honor.
Well, and there's no 5-year waiting period for this. I mean, as soon as they retire, they can throw them in there, I believe. I don't know what the rules are for the Ring of Honor.
Hit man. All right, next up. Is it actually time to start cheering for the Packers to beat teams like Philly and Dallas?
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's gonna be a win-win, really. I mean, if they beat those teams, great. We get better seeding. If not, the Packers are getting worse and worse. So to me, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. Packers, they aren't going anywhere. They suck. It's going to make their draft picks worse, and they're going to help us. So if they go out and beat some top teams in the NFC, damn right, I won't care. I love it. I never thought I'd say that, but bring it on.
I love their misery right now. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, we got 2 more. TJ Hawkinson will go down as the best tight end in Vikings history. Tell me I'm wrong.
Wow. Wow, that's super early. I don't know. The bar is pretty damn high. Steve Jordan, Kyle Rudolph. He's got to stay healthy. He's got to obviously be extended. Jeff Dugan, Jermaine Wiggins, Byron the Siren Chamberlain. There's all kinds of great ones. I'm going to say he's got the potential to do it, assuming he does get extended and stays here for a long term, which I do think is the plan. He's got that potential. Will he do it? I don't know. It's too early to say.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm going to tell you, you are wrong. But I think Hawkins is going to have him one hell of a stretch here. You already listed off all the big boys, but I think he's going to have some very good years in Minnesota. And if we extend him, then that's a whole different conversation. But yeah,
we'll come back to that one. We'll pin it.
Put a pin in it. Final. And I love this one. On a scale of 1 to Trent Williams, how good is Christian Darrisaw?
Wow. I'll let you start. I've been really, really selfish lately.
No, you be selfish. Your answer. You're
just like you with the back tickles.
You're doing a great job. Well, when you look at the stats, Darrisaw, he's right up there with Trent Williams. It's him. Who's the dude from Giants? Andrews.
Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas and Darrisaw.
I did a video on him once that got 35 views.
Yeah, it was one of our first videos ever. Nobody watched it. We almost just said screw it, never did another video again. I'm glad we stuck to our guns. But when you look at how they're performing, Darrisaw is he's right there with Trent Williams. I'm not putting him at Trent Williams yet, but he is a top 3 left tackle in the league right now. Absolutely. And he's breathing down Trent Williams. Nutsack.
Yeah. As far as the scale, I think his left thigh, maybe part of his nut, is touching Trent Williams' leg.
Absolutely.
That's how close he is. So, and it's great. Who would have thought Darrisaw would be this good this early in his career?
Yeah, think back to, Rashawn Slater hurt this year, has played very well. He's on the field, but I don't feel bad about missing out on Rashawn Slater one damn bit anymore. Darrisaw's the shit. Well, he is the shit.
That was kind of the fear when we traded down. We weren't going to get Darrisaw. And then Kwity Paye was kind of the other option we were looking at. And we moved down to like 21 from 13. And I thought, oh, shit, we're screwed. And we still got Christian Darrisaw because thank you, Mike Mayock, for taking Alex Leatherwood.
And thank you, Slick Rick, for giving us a couple of those beauty picks. He hit on a couple, that's for damn sure. That's our mailbag. Our mailbag is empty. It is splattered all over the floor. It's a mess. We got to get the mopper over here and clean this thing up. So as always, appreciate everybody sending those in. Hit that sub button. Let's get to 9,000, baby. Bing, 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 bing.
Wow, what a graphic. And also remember this while you're hitting that subscribe button. Moths can confuse the ultrasound of bats. You know how? By jiggling their sex organs.